A Moment in Time with Dan Roberts is produced at the University of Richmond with the cooperation of WCVE Public Radio. Our theme music is composed by BJ Liederman. Our sound engineer is Rob Richards. Transcripts, podcasts, audio, and video are available at amomentintime.com.
8:53 Friday morning here on KSJE, and look who's back in our studio. It's the one and only Wally D from Wally D Sports to give us an update on prep sports as the school year gets underway. Wally, good morning.
Good morning. Great to be here.
Welcome back. You had a good summer?
I did.
Obviously. A busy summer.
A busy summer.
If I know you.
Yeah, usually summer is supposed to be the time I'm supposed to be able to take a breath. It didn't happen this year.
See what you can do about that.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
But now we're back into it, and you're busier than ever.
I am. It's been crazy. I've been handed the responsibility of Southwestern Colorado producing the games there. So now, and then we added another school this year here in the Four Corners, and so now I'm in charge of 7 broadcasts every Friday night.
Okay. Well, we're glad that you slowed down enough to stop in this morning. So how are things looking? And you broke a big story last night, too. We should congratulate, right?
Yeah, I did. Congratulations goes up to Coach Bobby Alcorn, the head coach of the Bloomfield Bobcats, as he started his career head coaching at Moriarty, had 63 wins, and then this past Saturday defeated St. Mike's down in Santa Fe for his 37th win as a Bloomfield Bobcat, which is his alma mater, by the way.
Nice.
Which gives them 100 wins, which puts them in an elite group of coaches in the state of New Mexico.
That's awesome. Well, congrats to him, and go Bobcats. And
go Bobcats.
And so how do they compare with the other teams this start of the prep season?
Well, actually, looking at the polls, the coaches' polls come out every Monday. We post those on Wally D Sports Facebook page. Bloomfield moves up to number 3 this week, behind Portales, and I'm trying to think of the other team. I can't think of it right offhand. But anyway, they're
not a local team. It's another statewide team, right?
Right, Portales. Yeah, it's and I wish I could remember it.
I'm just going to bug you all day. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, I can look it up. But anyway, but they are number 3, and then Aztec at number 4, Kirtland Central at 9. So we have in 4A 3 of our local teams in the top 10.
Okay.
Which is really good. Right now, Kirtland's struggling just a little bit. Tonight they take on Piedra Vista, and I think it's going to be a tough game for them tonight again, but they still will remain in the top 10.
Okay, good to know. And what else?
And then we've got Bloomfield hosting Los Alamos tonight. Bloomfield 3-0 on the season. Should be a big game for them. Their first home game. They've actually had a home game, but it was an away home game.
Okay.
They scheduled 2 teams just
Something
met in the middle. They just met in the middle in Santa Fe, and that was the opening game of the season. So anyway, first game in front of their home crowd. Bloomfield rolling this year, doing really good all the way around offense and defense, and they should roll again tonight.
Okay.
And then we've got Farmington going to Aztec. Both these teams are 3-0 so far on the season. Of course, Farmington in 5A. Farmington also number 6 in the polls in 5A. Aztec, as we mentioned, number 4 in 4A football. And Farmington's got what I call the NASCAR offense this year.
Okay.
On the
Explain
average,
that to us. They're making a lot of left turns? What does that mean?
Yeah. Well, I think they've got it figured out, though. Basically, the reason I call them that is because it takes them 6 seconds between snaps to snap the ball and play. Usually average is probably 15 to 18 seconds.
Okay.
So, I mean, it doesn't give a defense time to set up and really wears the defense down. And they've, putting up a lot of points this year doing it that way.
Wow. Okay.
And so it's going to be a fun game. I'll be there tonight for that game. And
now, I imagine eventually their coaches are going to catch on, right? And they'll probably redevise their defense to maybe react to this quicker? Well,
it's just harder to do because you don't have time. You got to call plays in, and you're trying to call in a play, and Farmington's ready to go again. So it's just it's a hard thing to do, get plays in. You can't get subs in, so it wears a team down. So it's a hard thing to defense if you can get your offense rolling like this. And it takes a little while. I mean, especially in high school, it's a little bit harder for kids to grab onto this and be able to, come out with confidence to run plays that fast. But Farmington's kind of figured it out right now, and it's working for them. I mean, it's still early in the season, and I'm sure there will be teams that kind of figure out, kind of a generic defense to shut them down as much as they can.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Interesting. What else should we be watching for? You mentioned some of the games this weekend, right?
Right. Well, other games, I guess that let me look. See if I'm missing any.
Okay.
Newcomb doing really good this year.
Okay.
They've got one loss. They play the Thunderbirds from Zuni this week. Should be an easy game. They'll roll again this year, be able to make it to the playoffs, and as they did last year for the first time, I think, in their school history. And then Shiprock loses at a Crown Point last night. That was a surprise to everybody by 2 points, 16-14. Shiprock takes on Bernalillo tonight, and a new coach at Shiprock, and it's still kind of a tough go for the Shiprock Chieftains.
Okay, but they've got time maybe to get ready.
They got time,
I guess it's still early in the season.
Early in the season,
as you mentioned.
Exactly. And then some of the new things that's happened this year. I've got my website back up and going. It's been really exciting. We've been putting up, posting all the games that are playing in New Mexico, and then by Saturday morning, all the scores are posted there. So a real easy place to go and look at scores. Also, the game schedules of all the games that we're broadcasting.
Okay.
And that's at wallydsports.com.
Good to know. All right. Well, Wally, and you're going to come back and talk to me every week.
And I'm going to come back and talk to you
when your
every week.
schedule allows.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Or we'll catch up to you via Skype or some other electronic way.
Yeah,
right?
so we'll keep people updated on what's happening in high school football. We're trying to expand. We're trying to move into other sports, and we're in the process of doing that with internet radio.
Okay.
So
I hear that's the new thing, being on the internet.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
Apparently. When you put video cameras up, call me.
that may be next.
Okay.
So.
You never know. And, of course, all these broadcasts that you do live, they're online, but they're also on the other radio stations in town, correct?
Right. The AGM Sports Radio. We've got the PV game tonight on 107.9 Pirate Radio. Crown, we have, of course, I have a home team for the Aztec Tigers, and that's Crown 92.5 FM. And then I'm the home broadcast for the Farmington Scorpions. So it's like you can either listen to your Aztec broadcast or the Farmington broadcast. Farmington broadcast is on KNN 1390 AM 92.1 FM.
Okay.
And then if you go to Wally D Sports, you can listen to the Bloomfield game, which will be we're giving the feed to the Los Alamos station. They wanted the broadcast, so we're using their website, and that will be on. You go to wallydsports.com and you'll see it, and you can click on it and go right to that game too.
There you go. You're all over the place.
I am.
Wow, that's a lot of bandwidth for one guy.
Good. I got to do what I got to do.
You got to do it. Well, we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Wally. Wally D from Wally D Sports, my guest here on KSJE. Have a great Friday, everyone. This is KSJE Farmington.